Hello everyone, welcome to AI with Raj. Today, let us understand how we can work with Azure OpenAI models. So, if you have to work with Azure OpenAI models, the very first thing what you have to do is you should have a Azure subscription with you. So, if you are a new user, then what you can do is you can go to the portal.azure.com and then you can sign up for a free subscription. That will be valid for 30 days. You can give your either credit card or debit card. They will just process 2 rupees and it will be valid for 30 days. Suppose that if you would like to continue, you can upgrade it based on the different prices which are available. Otherwise, maybe then you can choose the best options which are possible for you. So this 30 days of subscription is enough for you to explore the different models which are available, and whatever the series we are going to showcase, you can try all those codes as well. So now let us see how your homepage will look like. So this is how your homepage will look like, where you will be able to see all the different services which are available. And then here what you can do is you can see your subscription. So sometimes it will be called free trial, or they will also give some name like Azure subscription one, what you are seeing here. So now what we can do is we can go to the home page. Now let us create Azure AI services. So in Azure AI services, there are different services which are available, which are related to the AI services. Now let us work with Azure OpenAI account. So now let us create an Azure OpenAI account. So this is how the page will look like, the Azure OpenAI account. Here you can select your subscription. Thus, if you have multiple subscriptions, you can choose that. Here we have only one, so by default it has been selected. And then let us select the resource group here. So the resource group, if you have different resource groups, you can select. Otherwise, we are creating a new resource group here. So now test Azure March 2025 is our new resource group. And then select the region, and you can give some name to your Azure OpenAI service. So here we are giving the name Test OpenAI March 2025. Now select the pricing tier, which is standard, and then click on the next. Here you can ignore it, select the next. If you want to give the tags, you can give, otherwise go to next. And now review and submit. This will take some time for the service to be deployed. Select create. Now the deployment is being initialized. It is in progress. Now the deployment is succeeded. Now we can go to that particular resource. You can select go to resource. Here, this is what the Azure service what we created, which is Test OpenAI March 2025. Once you open that, here you see that go to Azure AI Foundry portal, where you can explore this Azure AI models here. Now I am selecting the Azure AI Foundry. Earlier it used to call Azure OpenAI Studio. So now this is how the Azure AI Foundry portal will look like. It will be having a home page and the chat page and the different models which are available under that. Now let us go to the model catalog. So model catalog will contain all the different models which are available in the Azure platform. Now you see that O3 Mini, GPT 4.5 preview, the different DALI models, all the different models are available under this model catalog. Now go to deployments page. So now here we can deploy the model what we want to work with. So deploy a base model. Here you can choose the model which you want to work with. Now I am selecting GPT-4o chat completion model. Now this GPT-4o chat completion model, we can see the description here and click on confirm so that it will be deployed. So you can select the deployment type, global standard, and then scroll down. Here you see the model version and all, and select that. Now you see that the GPT-4o model has been deployed here. Now we can see all the information about it. The provisioning state is succeeded here. Now go back. Here you can see that the model GPT-4o has been deployed. Once you go to the home, you can see that the endpoint URL for that, and you can also see the API keys for this. So by utilizing this URL in the API key, what we can do is we can interact with this model through any of the SDKs like Python SDK and all. Now go to the chart. So here what we can see is Here you can see whether your deployed model is working or not. Now we deployed GPT-4o model, right? So you can see the GPT-4o here. And then this is the place where you can give some instructions and context to this model. So generally here, this is a place we call it as a prompt engineering. So there are generally two varieties of prompt engineering. One is the system prompt and the user prompt. So the system prompt is nothing but what are the instructions you are giving it to the model so that it should understand what is the role you are defining for that. Suppose you can say that you are a travel assistant and then you are here to help the travel guide for that particular users. So you can do that as a system prompt. And then you can give a user prompt, which is nothing but you being a user. What are the different things you would like to interact with the LLM model? That is a user prompt. So now here, what we can do is here we just give an instruction, which is you're an AI assistant that helps people find the information. So that is just a simple system prompt which has been provided by default inside this Azure. Now we can go ahead and write the user prompt. So in the user prompt, I am typing help me with the. In the user prompt, I am typing help me with the Paris travel guide. So now what it will do is this input as a user input will hit to the GPT-4o model, and then it will bring you the response from the GPT-4o's intelligence. Now you see that it has given a vast response because my prompt is very simple. I did not give any boundaries inside the prompt. I did not specify anything specific about what I'm looking for. I just provided help me with the Paris travel guide, that's it. I did not specify what are my choices, or I did not include any boundary in my prompt. So that is where you see that very generic information about this Paris travel guide has been provided, the emergency numbers, the best time to visit, and what are the must visit attractions inside Paris. So these are all the different things have been provided in the response to us. So this is how you can interact with the deployed models inside Azure OpenAI. So yeah, this is how you generally can interact with the Azure OpenAI deployed models. If you like this content, please do like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see any other interesting content like this, please do follow us. Thank you.